Not paying child support as ordered can get you in a lot of trouble. In this video, we'll discuss how to change a child support order so you can avoid that trouble. You love your children and would do anything for them, including supporting them financially. But a lot can happen in your life after the judge enters your child support order. If your financial circumstances have changed, don't just sit back and let the bills pile up. At an affordable price, we can work with you to modify your child support immediately. Then, you and your children can move forward together. When can you ask to modify child support? There are two situations where you can ask for a modification of child support. The first one is you can do so every 3 years. So that's basically a checkup. Things change as time goes by, and the child support order should reflect those changes. The second way is if there has been a material and substantial change in your circumstances or the circumstances of your ex as far as your finances go. This change cannot be trivial. It must be something very important. And you have to show the judge that there has been this important change before the judge will even entertain modifying your child support. What if we agree to a change? If your ex agrees to change child support, great. That can save you a lot of time, money, and stress. What you'll do is you'll file jointly. You'll file a joint petition to modify. That still has to be approved by the judge, but as long as it's reasonable and your ex agrees, it probably will be approved. Verbal agreements are not enforceable. You can get in trouble this way. So let's say, for instance, that your ex agrees to lower the child support informally. Down the road, let's say they get mad at you for some reason, and then they go back to the court saying that you have not been paying your child support as ordered. You're on the hook for the original amount of the child support. If time has passed, now you are in arrears and you'll have to come up with a lump sum payment. What is considered income as far as child support goes? Income is interpreted very broadly in Massachusetts. Most sources of revenue are included. Things that you get from work, so your wages and your salary, including overtime and commissions, if any. Any self-employed income, unemployment, workers' comp, and the list goes on and on. Almost everything must be included. What are some common reasons to change child support? Well, there are many reasons that can lead to a change in child support. One is there could be a difference between the amount of child support that was ordered and the amount that's actually due under the child support guidelines. Perhaps there's been a change in health insurance, where the health insurance that was in place is no longer available or no longer available at a reasonable cost. Perhaps health insurance has become available to the other party at a reasonable cost. The last reason for modifying child support is any other material and substantial change in circumstances. Before we discuss the modification process, I just want to let you know that at Afford Law, we're making legal services affordable. Our fees are based on your income, so the less you earn, the less you pay. Feel free to call us for a free virtual consultation. What is the child support modification process? Well, there are several steps that are involved. The first is that you must file a complaint to modify. This can be done jointly if it is by agreement with your ex, or it can be done on your own. If it's on your own, you must then serve that on your ex through a sheriff or a constable. They will give you what's called a return of service. That return of service needs to be filed with the court, along with a financial form that you will fill out for yourself. They will then give you a date for a hearing which you must attend. What to expect at the child support modification hearing? The first thing is to be prepared. Gather your documentation, so things such as bank statements, tax returns, employment information such as W-2s, and so forth. You'll have to fill out a child support guidelines worksheet as well. At the day of the hearing, check in with the clerk. They may send you out for mediation with a probation officer. Now, the mediation is not required, so if you don't get anything that you like out of that process, you don't have to go with it. At some point, you'll be addressing the court. You'll be sworn in to take testimony and to make sure that you're going to give accurate and truthful information. When addressing the court, be very clear on what it is you're asking for. What happens if you fall behind on your child support? If things change for you, you should file for a modification immediately. That's because any modification or change in child support can be backdated to the time of the filing. So if you file today, but you don't get a hearing for another 2 months, any lowering of that child support will be effective as of today's date. In the meantime, continue paying what you can as far as child support goes. You don't want to be found in contempt of court, because then you can be assessed fines, attorney's fees, your tax refund can be taken, or you can even end up in jail. Are there risks in seeking a child support modification? In short, yes, it can be risky, because the court could increase your child support as well, depending on your financial situation. It could also trigger a counterclaim by your ex on other issues, such as contempt or modification of other issues, such as parenting time or custody. For more information on Massachusetts divorces, please feel free to see our next video.